brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, welcome to the part. I know I'm a few minutes in, but that's brilliant. We've learned Meltdown, fantastic. Now when you go through the text, go through slowly, because there's a known glitch where if you go through the text too quickly, particularly at the end, it can cause the game to freeze, and we don't want that happening, especially after just learning Meltdown. The odds on learning it were 14%, and it's because Greymon is a fire Digimon why the odds were that high. Had fire been his second nature, the odds would have been 6%. Had fire been his third nature, the odds would have been 0%. So 14%, while it's poor, that's the best we could have it. This is the final box. Go slowly. Wait a few seconds. We do not want it to freeze. Okay. Now, if we go to where Tyrannomon is, talk to him, then Master Tyrannomon appears, then regular Tyrannomon joins the city, joins the restaurant. That will be helpful, because obviously eating at the restaurant boosts your stats. Very handy in a challenge like this. Also, when he joins, if you return to where Meteormon was, Nannymon should be there, who will drop the keychain that doubles your item storage from 10 to 20. Fortunately, that's the only additional item storage that we're going to get for a very long time, because one of Nannymon's locations is Toy Town, where Monzaemon is, and you have to beat Monzaemon before Nannymon appears there, and we're not doing Monzaemon until the very end, so we've got to make do with 20 potential items, if that makes sense. So yeah, when you're doing a challenge that involves having lower stats, it's good to have a powerful move. Not only is Meltdown a powerful move, but it attacks everyone. That would be my main move from here on. I'll grab the Digimushroom, then I'll return. Well, I mean, I'll obviously speak to Nannymon, and then that's me done in this area. That is, if I'm remembering correctly, with Nannymon. But it's very important to utilise the Digimon that you've got, and so it's very important that I learn as many of Greymon's moves as possible. And he learns with fire moves. The only fire move he doesn't learn is Infinity Burn. And if you look at the moves, we're missing 3. So one of them is this one here will be Infinity Burn, which we can't learn. The other 2 are obviously fire moves that we can learn. And it'd be nice if I'm able to learn them before I move on to another Digimon. Sage Fruit, that's interesting. That boosts your brains by 20. Unfortunately, I can't use it. I didn't know Sage Fruit spawned. I thought you had to defeat Pidomon in order to get hold of them, but... Yeah, Greymon's third type is electric, and there's 2 electric moves that he can learn: Spinning Shot and Megalospark. And fortunately, although they are rare moves, you are able to learn them with Greymon, even though it's his third type. The odds are, I believe, 6%, so it's hard, but it's possible. Now, what would be a good idea now that I've learned Meltdown is to move on to Olgamon, because Olgamon is quite easy to take down when you have Meltdown. But advice to anyone that wants to do this challenge, it would be a good idea early on to try and get blue apples and ice mushrooms, because obviously happiness and discipline affects Digivolutions, and if you need to really quickly boost one of them, obviously that would be the best way to do it. Not to mention that the higher your happiness is, the more your stats increase when you digivolve, or so that's what I believe. But yeah, the other 2 fire moves that we can learn with Greymon are Red Inferno, which is quite easy to learn, and Prominence Beam, which I am hoping to learn from Birdramon. But let's just take this one step at a time. Rumour has it there are bandits there. Are they bad guys? No, they're lovely. They're good guys that just jump out and rob you know? What a stupid question. Actually no, not a stupid question, a stupid person. I'm gonna save, I don't want to lose that progress. But there are some key battles in this game, because there are some moves that you can strictly only learn from like one particular Digimon. For example, Infinity Burn you can only learn from Metal Greymon in Mount Infinity. Delete Program you can only learn from Guromon in Factorial Town. DG Dimension you can only learn from Megadramon. You can also learn it from Guromon, but from Guromon you have to learn Delete Program, and you can only learn one move from one Digimon. So you have to learn Delete Program from Guromon, then DG Dimension from Megadramon. And there's also one machine move which you have to learn from Metal Mamemon, or Metal Mummymon, however it's pronounced. And I can't actually remember the name of the move. Something Pulse, I think it's called. But basically, I think they're the only like 4 Digimon and 4 moves where you have to learn it from them, because obviously they're Digimon who you only battle once, and you have to learn the move from specifically them, and so you have to learn the move, otherwise the challenge will fail, because there's no other way you can learn the move. You can't train your brains because that's against the rules. Yeah, those Digimon around here, I think they do Red Inferno, but that's on the back burner at the moment. At the moment, I want to focus on Olgamon. And Red Inferno's not exactly a game-changing move. I only want to learn it because I need to learn it. in previous battles, you'll notice I've not really been using the commands, and that's because it was brought to my attention that apparently you have a greater chance of learning moves if you don't use the commands, but I don't think that's true. I think I was misled, and so that's why I've started using the commands again. As far as I'm aware, Greymon can't learn any moves from these Digimon, but let's not worry about it. Spitfire, Heat Laser, Magma Bomb already got. Tremor, he can't learn, but let's not worry about it. Okay, let's begin. $650 bits for a battle like that is very poor in my opinion, but I suppose the HP chip makes up for it because you can sell it for 5,000. As you can see, Meltdown was a very key technique because even with our low stats it still did over 500 damage and attacked all of them. And it even paralyzes, which is good also. Just imagine doing that with Spitfire, how time consuming it would be. So yeah, go up for Birdramon or go down for Ulgamon. With Birdramon, it's probably going to be best if I do what I did with Meteormon and sleep just before the battle. That way I can save and then try and learn Prominence Beam, and if I don't, switch back on and just keep going until I succeed, because Prominence Beam is a hard technique to learn. Though I'm probably not going to use it, I'm just, again, learning it for the sake of learning it, but it's one of the harder ones to learn. Now we're actually going to repeatedly battle the Gabumon in here, as I would like to learn Dynamite Kick. Greymon, well, I mean, fighting is his second nature, but Dynamite Kick is quite a basic move, so we do stand a chance of learning it, and I'd like to learn it for the sake of learning it, so I'm going to get into a few battles. 3 Gabumon, more of a chance of Dynamite, well, 2 Gabumon, more of a chance of Dynamite Kick being used, so, you know, hopefully we'll learn it. And we should take him out quite quickly with Meltdown. Okay, no joy that time, but let's not give up. Apparently, if fighting is your second type, then you've got a 17% chance of learning Dynamite Kick. And if fire is your first type, then you've got a 17% chance of learning Prominence Beam. So I've got a 17% chance here and a 17% chance against Birdramon. we got there? Dynamite Kick learned. Well, considering the odds were 17%, I don't think that was too bad, really. Financially, I would have made a loss on those Gabumons, but don't worry about it. I mean, I got a stat boost from it, and I learned Dynamite Kick. That was the important thing. I want to avoid a battle. Looks like I'm stuck. No worries. I'm in the area where Drimogemon is, so I kind of want to get to the point where Greymon is ready to sleep, and that's quite a few hours away, so it didn't matter that it took a few tries to learn Dynamite Kick. You know, it's not like time's against me. Olgamon also does Dynamite Kick, and it's possible I could have learnt it from him, but I wanted to do it the way I did it, because that way I could just keep rebattling them. Obviously, the moment you beat Olgamon, he leaves, and then all the Digimon in here leave. And then also that door opens, so you get a load of secret items. Let's focus on winning these battles. It is actually possible to skip these Argumons. I saw that in a speedrun by Sparsy115, but I'll do it this way. It's easier when you have Meltdown, isn't it? I'm not quite sure what it is with Olgamon. He's a powerful champion, yet he chooses to hang around with Argumons and Gabumons. You know, rookies. He'd probably have more luck if he was with stronger Digimon, though obviously he does use a Speedruns at one point, which is obviously powerful. It's an ultimate. So I've been going for almost half an hour, so I should probably call this the end of the part. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed.